I have spent a large sum of the small freedom that I have been granted wishing I was a kid again, because life was just simpler then. I remember the days feeling warm, but not just the weather outside, how I felt inside as well. And love seemed like a concept that was so easily attainable, and every day came with a new adventure, because we had all the time in the world. And time is what we as humans miss most when we get older. Not because we've gotten old, but with aging, we have just lost track of time. We don't have time to do what we want to do, because we are so busy doing what we have to do, like school and work. And we begin to schedule our breaks for things that mean most to us, like our freedom. We have learned to dread our weekdays, and our happiness has been put off until weekends. And we lose connection with the real world, and real everything becomes something foreign, whether it be real people, real intentions, real love. It all begins to slip away before we even know it. Youth is something everyone tries their hardest to hold on to. People have even created overpriced beauty items, promising that it'll restore youth because they know that it's what so many people strive for. But staying young doesn't necessarily mean that you have to look young. Youth is not something that is limited to children, but it is the creativity that lives in the back of our minds for much longer after we become an adult. It is our constant search for happiness when there's so little to be happy about, and it is our drive to find our true interests. Each and every person deserves to hold on to this little bit of youth. I have hated the idea that growing old means sacrificing our youth when we are part of a massive planet that's a part of an even bigger universe that's existed for millions and millions of years. So really, in comparison to everything around us, we're all young. We as humans deserve to discover what it means to be wholeheartedly happy. What we all strive to achieve in our lives is a lot more than just comfort. We all want an ideal, to live fully and forever and to leave long-lasting impacts on the lives of those that we love. I remember being young and being a good person was the standard, and now we are only kind to those who are kind to us. As we get older, we forget how much easier it is to be kind to those and others than it is to be mean, and the world begins to thrive off our selfishness. When this starts happening to you, you need to remember what it feels like to be a kid again, when the days were both warm outside and inside, and there were endless adventures, and what it felt like to think and act like a kid. Growing old is something that many of us fear because we lose our sense of freedom, but we do not have to grow up in order to grow. Our youth will be a part of us forever, and we will be able to enjoy it until we die. So here's to growing up, but never losing your sense of youth, and always holding on to the freedom that you have been granted.